One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Dukes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside is 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Eagles offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Dukes offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point, and I think he really earned his offensive coordinators.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on...
And down he goes back at the 3.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The return is brought down at the 45.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Direct snap. It's Slater. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's loose on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, James Madison. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The Eagles want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this one.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand. start the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like...
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Eagles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Give to the running back. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Rush. Keeps the play going. He'll heave it deep. Makes the catch on the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
They get to him as he throws.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Makes the grab, and he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The snap sets up the throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play. That's just what they need.
And tackled there by the defense.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Slater. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker.
This offense is clicking, and clearly...
Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to pass, it's Rush. Safe completion on the screen. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The give on the option. Powers through the defender. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll return it from around the 50. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the air on first down. Sets up the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. This is a design run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, James Madison. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play for scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. There he goes. Open it up. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but...
Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Georgia Southern, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Saunders. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Quick release on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Ogden. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third down, he drops to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the inside. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Got his man to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Eagles. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Madison, 65.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Ogden. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense in a bunch formation. Using his feet. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. The Dukes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, James Madison. A great catch and run for 6. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Navy. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Eagles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. He gets a block. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Your Georgia Southern Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
The give to the tailback. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. QB draw. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football.
Going the other way, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Rides the back on the option, the give. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Leaves it with the back. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The running back has it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into...
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Dukes. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the returner will be knocked down. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Under fire. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He takes it at the 45. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.